Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the conditional processing, we discussed about if else, if and else if then do loop. And we also discussed the difference between if and where. And we saw the extras, right? Couple of scenarios where if will work and where will work. So the basic important difference between if and where. The where condition will work on your input data set, that is while reading from your input data set, where if condition will work on your output data set, that is while writing into the output data set. Okay. So we saw the scenario. In this scenario, both if and where will work. If you use it like this. In the proc steps, if won't work, only where will work. Okay. And another scenario, while you're creating, when you created a new variable, a newly created variable, if will work, but where will not work. While reading from the raw data, if you want to apply conditions, if will work, but where won't work. Clear? Okay. Any doubts? Any questions, anyone? Okay. No questions? Clear? So we move to the next loops. So we are going to discuss two do loops. One is do and do. Okay. First, do. Okay. How to use the do loop? See the syntax. Do. First, we have to initialize one variable. And to that value, you have to give that end value or end limit you have. Okay. And give the statements, which are the statements you give. You want to give them. Yeah. So what is this do loop mean? You're initializing some value and you're giving some end limit. Okay. So once you initialize, until it will reach this end limit, it will rotate this loop. So whenever you're rotating the loop, whatever statement you give between do and end, those statements will be executed until your loop will end. Okay. I'll show you with an example, then you get a clear idea. Okay. The main thing you have to understand how loop is rotating. So when you each time when you rotate the loop, whatever the statements you gave in between, how those statements are executing. So that is the main concept here, loops concept. Okay. So we have do and we have do while as well. This is syntax for the do while. Do while. So mention the condition here. So this is the main thing. So whatever condition you are given, until this condition is failed, this loop will rotate. So until this rotate, when it will rotate, whatever the statements you give, it's going to be executed. Okay. So do and end. Always remember, whenever you use the do statement, it's always close with an end statement. If you did not close with an end statement, you end up with an error. Okay. Same thing I told you when you use if and then do. There also. Correct. So whenever you use a do, it always close with an end statement. So remember this part. Okay. So do and do while. Let us discuss one by one each. First do. Okay. So for suppose my requirement is I want to create a data set. You should have numbers of 1 to 100 or at least 1 to 10. I will create. I will create. I want a data set, but it should contain it should have a numbers 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So till now we know like this only, right? If you want to create a data, if you want one data set, we'll create like this one. Invite data lines, input statement, give me a variable name. For example, numbers is my variable name. Okay, data lines. So I want to create a data set. What are the values I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I want a data set, means I will create a data set like this only. Okay, spelling dot, wait, data lines. Okay. See, there is a number data set is created. It have 10 observations, one variable. See, I created my data set 1 to 10. So 1 to 10, okay, fine. If you need 1 to 100, from 50 to 100, 1000 to 2000, what will you do? It's very difficult, right? Instead of this, you can simply create using loops. Okay, you can easily create using loops. See, data, some number one data set I'm creating. See the syntax? To first initialize some variable. For example, my variable name is, here your variable name is numbers, right? Same type. Here also I'm creating the variable name, numbers. Numbers equal to, what is initialize the value? So I want to start with 1. Numbers is equal 1. 2, give the end limit, 1 to 10. So initializing the limit and close the end limit, 1 to 10. So every time this value, what statement you are giving? So what is the statement you have to give? Here I'm giving then output statement. What output statement will do? Output statement always redirect to output data set. Okay, given end limit. Then run. Simple. That's it. Now run your code. See, numbers 1. Ask 10 observation, 1 variable. See, number 1 data set is created. Just 1 to 10 numbers. So how it is created? What is happening here? Okay. That's what you have to understand here, main point. Okay. See, first numbers is equal to 1. You are initializing one variable. Numbers is equal to 1. So numbers is variable, the value is 1. Now it will enter into the loop. Okay, it enters into the loop. In the loop, you gave an output statement. What output statement will do? Output statement redirect to the output data set. What is your output data set? The number 1 is your output data set. So when you reach at the time of number 1 data set, what do you have? So you have one variable called numbers. So this is your variable and it have a value as a 1. Correct? The number is your variable name, 1 is your observation. Now output statement. Now again loop is not ended, right? Now again your loop number is equal 1. 1 to 10, your loop has to rotate 10 times. Now what number is equal 1 is done. Now number is equal to 2. Now it incremented 1 to 2. Okay. Next number is equal to 2. Now again you give output statement. Okay. What output statement will do? Output statement redirect to output data set. At the time of reaching output data set, already you have a one variable, one observation is there. Okay, what happened to this observation now? Now same variable you are creating, okay, numbers, and you giving the observation as 2. Now this observation will come and append to it. Clear? Now numbers is equal to 3. Same way, you're incrementing, you gave output statement redirect to output data set. Already in your output data set, you have one variable called numbers, it has the values of 1 and 2. Now this 3 value will go and append here. So same way the loop will rotate up to 10. numbers is equal to 10. Up to 10, loop will rotate. Every time when you loop will rotate, we give an output statement. So this value will go and store in output address. So then when loop will come out of the loop, simple. When your loop is ended, so by the time of loop ended, in your data set, how many variables or how many observations you are stored. So those things only will be displayed in your output data set. Clear? So this is what the main important point is, this output statement. If we did not give output data set, sorry, with output statement, what going to happen? If we did not give an output statement, what going to happen? Tell me. What is the output I'm going to get? Anyone? We did not give an output data set, output statement, what will happen? So if we did not give output statement, means every time when loop will rotate, if we did not give output statement, this numbers one will not go and store in our output data set, because we did not give our output statement. So this step won't occur. Again, this step won't occur. When this step won't occur, there is no data set. There should be data set will be created, but there is no variable and observations that will be created. See, only one observation, one variable is created. What is that one observation also? That is numbers 11. Where 11 is came to the picture suddenly. So very clearly you have to understand is, when you rotate a loop, within the loop, if you did not write any output statements, so whatever is executing within the loop, it won't store in your output data set. Okay. That's the reason you did not give 1 to 10. Next thing. You did not wrote anything. So while it is creating output data set, so numbers 1 to 10. So the do loop nature is it will value will increment automatically. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 11 also it will increment. But the condition, the loop will ends there, because you end limit you give 10. It's come out of the loop. When you incrementing to the 11, the end limit is 10. Okay. It's not satisfied the end limit. So it come out of the loop. While at the time of it come out of the loop, so you did not give within the output statement anything. So outside the loop, it will go and store in output data set. That is 11. Okay. So that's the reason you have mandatorily you have to give the output statements within the loops. Within the loop, whatever you want to store. Clear? Anything? Understand how loop is rotated? Any doubts? So hope everyone is clear there. Okay. If everyone is clear, now tell me a program for me. I want to create a data set called even data set. So between 1 to 10, what are the even numbers are there? What those even numbers are required in my output data set. Between 1 to 10, what are the even numbers are there? Those even numbers are required in my output data set. How can I create? How can I write a program?
Data even numbers semicolon.
Data even numbers semicolon.
In file.
In file.
Data lines.
Data lines. In file data lines. Tell me. In file data lines.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. I need in a do loops only. Okay. I'm not asking in file data lines. Even numbers I can give like this also, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I don't want like this. So if you ask some big number, what do you do? I want in a loops.
Data number 3.
Data.
File name is number 3. Number 3.
Okay, you can give even also. That's okay. Data set.
Yeah, even. Okay.
Even. Do.
Even.
Hmm.
Number is equal to 2
Number is equal to
2 to 10.
2 to 10.
Semicolon.
Okay. Output.
End and run. End semicolon, run semicolon.
So what did you do?
I think in front of the number do, I think even option should be there. I think.
What even? Where I have to write even?
Why? Because it is only even number has to be taken.
So what to do?
After do, even also should be there. Otherwise, even code should be
Do even.
not like that.
So if I run your code, what's going to happen? It created a data set for 2 to 10, right?
Yeah, 2 to 10. But even
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Right.
Simple. I gave 1 to 10, you gave 2 to 10.
Even command should be given.
What even command you will give? How you will give? See, one I can understand is 1 to 10 it is printing. In those 1 to 10, I have to filter the even numbers. How can I filter the even numbers? So when we call an even number, if any number is divisible by 2, it's an even number, correct? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Any number is divisible by 2, it's an even number. Divisible by 2 means if you get a remainder is 0, it's an even number. So I have to filter this. There are 10 observations there, I have to filter. So when each time loop will rotate, I have to check. Now I'm passing every observation using output statement. I'm passing every observation to the output data set. I don't want to pass every observation. I have to filter the observations, which are even those only I have to pass in the output data set.
Yeah, output should be divided by 2, I think.
Every number, for example, 1 by 2. If the remainder is equal to 0, then it's an even number. Or if 2 by 2, if remainder is equal to 0, it's an even number. 3 by 2, if the remainder is equal to 0, it's an even number. Correct? This is the logic. So this logic I have to apply. How can I apply? If, okay, to get the remainder like this, okay, we have a function called modulus function. Modulus of, okay, modulus of number comma 2. If the remainder is equal to 0, okay, you will give equal to 0 also, equal to 0, then only give an output. Okay. Now run your code. only 5 observations are created, one variable that is called even. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The modulus function will give the remainder value. Clear? Now see how this loop is rotating. First number is equal to 1, correct? Loop will enter into the loop. When you enter into the loop, you give one if condition. What is if condition you give? Modulus of number. What is the number value? 1. So 1 comma 2. What is the one modulus of 1 comma 2? The meaning will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2. What is the remainder of 1 by 2? Is it equal to 0 or not? It will check the condition. This remainder value is equal to 0 or not. Condition fail, remainder is not equal to 0. So when its condition fail, what we learn? It's come out of the block. Clear? Next. Loop will rotate still. Number is equal to 2. Okay, now enter into the loop. If condition you give, what is if condition you give? Modulus of 2 comma 2. What is the meaning of modulus of 2 comma 2? 2 by 2. Is it remainder equal to 0? Yes, 0. Condition satisfied. When this condition satisfied, what you give? Output statement. What output statement will do? Output statement redirect to output dataset. What is my output dataset name? Event. So at the time of event dataset created, what is the variable you have? What is the observation you have? My variable is number and I have an observation is 2. Clear? Now same number is equal to 3. Again, if you check the condition, 3 comma 2, the meaning will be 3 by 2. Remainder equal to 0 or not, condition fail. Come out of the block. Again, loop will rotate. Number is equal to 4. Modulus of 4 comma 2. Okay, what is that meaning? 4 by 2. Is it remainder equal to 0? Yes. Condition success. When condition is success, so it will go to output statement. What output statement will do? Output statement redirect to output data set. Already in your output data set, there is a variable called number, it is there, and it has a value of 2. Now, this 4 will go and append there. Clear? Same way, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the 10 numbers, the loop will rotate. Every time when the loop will rotate, it will check the condition. When the condition is satisfied, it will go to output data, or else come out of the loop. Simple? Clear? So same way, can you tell me, I want to create an odd number between 1 to 10. How can I write a program? I want to create a data set between 1 to 10. What are the odd numbers are there? So this one is clear, everyone? How we are created event data set? So clear, any doubts here? Anyone? Ashok, Deepa, Sadhvi, Swati, anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, same way I want to create an odd data sets. How can I write a program? Between the 1 to 10, what are the odd numbers are there? How can I write a program? Or you can tell me what changes I have to do in this program.
Data odd,
Data odd,
semicolon.
semicolon,
Do number is equal to 1 to 10.
1 to 10, correct.
If mod number comma 1 is equal to 0.
It's very simple. If remainder is equal to 0, Even number.
Even number.
Remainder
If
is
number
not
is
equal.
1,
If remainder is not equal to 0,
not equal to, yeah, not equal to 0.
not
There is an
equal to
option
0,
not
it's
equal
an
to.
odd number, right?
Yeah, right.
That's it. See, 5 observations, 1 variable is created. So you have between 1 to 10, what are the odd numbers? Sir? Okay, clear? So understand now everyone how the loop is rotating. At a time, we can create both even and odd numbers as well, right? Data even number, odd number, odd data set, both I will create at a time. For example, between I am taking 1 to 20, between 1 to 20, what are the even numbers? What are odd numbers? Okay. If modulus of number comma 2, if remainder is equal to 0, it's an even data set. Go to even data set. Else, go to odd data set. Okay. Remainder is equal to 0, that observation will go to even data set. If remainder is not equal to 0, it will go to odd data set. Okay. Now run the program. See, between 1 to 20, there are 10 even observations are there, 10 odd observations. See, between 1 to 20 even numbers, between 1 to 20 odd numbers. At a time I can create. Okay. So understand the loop, how it is rotating, and you give how to give the statements in between according to the requirement. Okay, clear?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
What about prime number, sir?
What is the prime number condition?
What about prime numbers? I want 1 to 100. I want 1 to 100 in between. How many prime numbers are there? What will write the program?
What is the condition for prime numbers?
Which is not divisible by any.
Which it is not divisible by?
Itself, multiple by itself, sir. Sir, divisible by itself only. So 7 is a prime number. It's not divisible by any other. 11 is a prime number. 2 also prime number. 5 also prime number.
Okay. So you have tried to change the condition, simple. So what is your requirement? Yeah, now tell me again. Whatever that number, okay. So if in any number, you give some number, okay. You're passing some number. For example, 7 you are passing, it has to divisible by 7 only. If it is divisible by any other number, that's what, right?
Yes, sir. Divisible by itself only. That's the prime number.
You have to change some condition here. Number by number. So both the numbers you have to give. If they equal to 0. And every time when loop will rotate, other numbers also was required, right? So two do loops you are required. But to think a logic. Okay, you try to write condition according to that. Let me try.
If number by number equal to 1 and number by 1 equal to number, then output. I think so.
If number by one number equal to 1
And number by 1 equal to number. That is the prime number definition, right? It should be
it should
divisible
be divisible by
1
It will be divisible
one.
by 1 and it is also divisible by any other number.
number, and the number should be greater than 1 also, I think.
So let's
And
try.
number GT1.
The simple level. According to the definition, we have to write some if condition.
And number
Prime
GT1.
numbers and all in our SAS is not required. Okay. What is it? Number greater than 1. Correct. So if these three conditions is satisfied, we can first, for example, 1 will come. 1 greater than 1. This
1 will
condition is
fail.
2. 2 by 2. 2 by 2, okay. 2 by 1. Will it give the number? No.
2.
So between 1 to 100, right? Let me try. Coming 99 observations.
Oh, 99.
In between 100, we have only two, I think.
2, 3, 5, 2 was satisfied.
Even 4 is also coming.
2, 3, 4 is
So 4, yeah, here 4 by 1 is also 4, right? So we have to remove that statement, I think. Second statement.
okay. Let me. Everything a number by one number, if you do it, you will get 1 only.
Yeah.
You have to write 2 do loops here. You have to check other numbers as well, right?
Is there any condition like number plus 1 divided by number is equal to 1? Hello?
Okay.
Number plus 1 divided by number. Is there any condition like that?
You have to understand the do loop meaning, the prime number meaning. Let me wait 1 second. Do is equal to 1 to 2. You have to create one more variable. For example, let us suppose number is equal to number 1. Number 1 will number 1 is equal to 2 to 2. So previous number you have to take it. Okay. Number minus number minus. Okay. Okay, now we write. Now you can write in the if condition with modulus of number and number 1 equal to 0. Then out. First close this flow. Then close the second one. We are getting 283 abbreviations. I'll check and I'll give. This is something logic was there here. I have to update this if condition. This should be the logic is you have to write two do loops. I remember for the prime numbers. Okay. I'll check. But understand this loop depends on the if you understand the definition of prime numbers. It was clear. I am forgetting this prime number condition. Let me give. Okay. So this is how we
Okay,
are
sir.
going to modify this program only. I remember this is the program. I'm getting more numbers. I have to change this logic somewhere. Okay. But thing is that this is not required for us. What is in general, like in C, these prime numbers, even numbers, odd numbers, not much required. Only numbers are there. Sudarshan, you got Ramya?
So the snip that I sent you is what I found for prime numbers.
Okay, you're writing something. Do is equal to K2 for 300 if modulus of K is equal to then output. Okay.
That's the
Simple.
logic they were following.
No, it's divisible by 3, divisible by 2, to starting from 4.
I think reminder one.
Okay. No guys, no issues. I'll give tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ramya, you try or you sent. Okay, that is well it works. Did you execute it?
No, I haven't done it. I can't open it right now, but I can try it later and let you know.
Yeah. You can also try, guys. I'll also give tomorrow. Okay. It's simple. You have to update some logic here. Okay. Fine. So we'll move to the next one. So we'll move on to the next. Someone wrote percentiles and all. Okay, percentiles and all. This is a macros. Okay, we are not going.
Yeah, I found this online. Like I was searching, so that's what I found.
Yeah. You will be having any number of codes in online. Okay. But these prime numbers. Just to understand the definition of prime numbers and how to give the condition. Okay. So we'll move to the do while first. Okay. With the do while give the condition and statement. So until this condition is filled, this loop will rotate. That is the meaning. So whenever your loop will rotate, whatever the statement you give, and that statement going to be executed. Okay. Okay. Let me give you some data. Okay. Let me give one program. So now you guys tell me how the outputs are coming. How the output data is going to be. So 1 second, why I am into macros. See, do numbers. First, I'm initializing one number is equal to 0.5. I'm writing one do while. Do while where number less than or equal to 10, give output, and I'm incrementing the number by 1.5. So now understand this and tell me what is the output I'm going to get if I run this program. Clear? Tell me guys, what is the output data set I'm going to get?
I think you'll get 7 observations,
Tell me what are those observations?
0.5,
0.5, 2,
3.5,
3.5.
5.
1 second. Yeah. Sorry, you can continue. 0.5, 2, 3.5,
5,
5,
6.5,
6.5,
8,
8.
and 9.5.
Okay. So this is one. Okay. What about others? What's your output? Others? Sadhvi, can you tell me what's your output? What do you understand basically? First tell me output, then later I'll ask. Tell me what is your observations? So try, okay, understand how the loop is rotating. Just think. Sadhvi, Swati, there. So what about others?
I think this is the same, sir. 0.5 to 3.55.
Okay.
Sudarshan, this is Vandit again. I don't think the program will read 0.5. So can you remove 0.5?
Okay. Others still stand with the same output or different? Okay. So one thing is without 0.5 with 0.5. Okay, correct. So this one or this one is correct. So this one only correct. Okay. So this is the wrong. I'll tell you how this output came. See. First, what is the variable you give? Number is equal to 0.5. This is the first value. Okay. Now you come to do loop. So you are checking the condition. 0.5 less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to 10. Condition success or failed. Condition is true. Once the condition is true, it will enter into the loop. Once you enter into the loop, first thing what you gave output statement. See? output statement. What output statement will do? Output statement redirect to output data set. What is my output data set? Numbers. Okay. Okay. Numbers is my output data set name. What is the variable? Number. So what is the variable here you have? At the time of reaching the data set, what is the variable you have? Number, and it has a value of 0.5. Clear? Next, you are incrementing the number. After that, you are incrementing the number. After you printed into the data set, then later you are incrementing. Number is equal to number 0.5 plus 1.5. What is the value? Is equal to 2. Okay. So now check the condition again. This 2 enter into the loop. 2 less than or equal to 10. Okay. Condition satisfied. So now here your number value is equal to 2, right? Okay. Did enter the loop? 2 less than or equal to 10. Condition satisfied. Enter into the loop. Again, you gave output data set, output statement related to output data set. Already in our output data set, there is a variable called number. It has a value of 0.5. Now, these two value will go and append here. Correct? Now, later, now you are incrementing the number. Number is equal to, again, 2 plus 1.5. How much? 3.5. Okay. So again, 3.5 will check a condition. Less than or equal to 10. Condition true. Again, it will enter into the loop. It will print into the data set. Okay, again, it will increment 3.5 to. Okay. 3.5 to 5. 5 to 6.5. Again, 6.5 to 8. 8 to 9.5. So once you reach the 9.5, so it again it will increment 9.5 plus 1.5. How much? It's a number is equal to 11. Now check the condition 11 less than or equal to 10. Condition failed. Yes. Once your condition failed, then it is come out of the loop. See, now you can run the program, you can check. See, started with 0.5, ended with 9.5. It's completely depends where you are giving your output statement. For suppose, same output statement. If you instead of here, if you give here, what's going to happen? If I give output statement here, what is the output I'm going to get? Start with what? It start with end with what? Think.
This time it will start with 2 and end with 9.5.
Start with 2, end with
9.5.
how it will end with 9.5.
Because it's less than 10.
See, you are incrementing the number funds. For example, it will 9.5, it will increment. You'll check a condition, it will enter into the loop, correct? Again, 9.5, you are incrementing, right? 9.5, you are incrementing to 11, right?
Yes.
11 will go, right? Print in the output data set. Run program. Sorry. Numbers. See, 2 to 11. After incrementing the 11, you are going checking the condition again. You're incrementing the 11 and you are printing into output data set also immediately. Understand? Guys. You have to understand or not? So here, for suppose your number is equal to, now let us assume you came up to 8 only. Okay. You came up to 8. Okay, now next number is equal to 8 plus 1.5. How much? Number is equal to 9.5. Now you give output statement. What output statement will do? Output statement redirect to output data set. By the time of output data set, already there should be a 0.5, so 2 to 8 values are there. Okay. Now this 9.5 will go and append there. Okay. Now this 9.5 will go and append here. Okay. Now again, we'll come to do loop. We'll check a condition. 9.5 less than or equal to 10. Condition true. Enter into the loop. Once you enter into the loop, you are incrementing again value 9.5 plus 1.5. How much? Now number value is 11. But now you give output statement again. Output statement redirect to output dataset. Already in your output dataset up to 9.5 you have values. Now this 11 and will also will come and append. Now it will go and check this level. 11 less than or equal to 10. Condition failed. Come out of the block. So by the time come out of the block, see already 11 came to the output dataset. Clear, guys? This is how it ended with 11. This completely depends how you want to give the output statement. Depends on your request. Okay. That's it for the do by. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's it for loops concept. Okay. Fine then. Any questions, anyone? If no questions, so we wind up for today. Tomorrow freshly we start with a new chapter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thanks for joining. Yeah.